Hey everybody, this is Larry. This was Leetcode Daily Challenge, day 26 or something like that. Add digits. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. You can ask me more questions or whatever you like. But yeah, so this problem, I have trouble figuring out how to explain this because this is a weird problem, I think, in the sense that, I don't know, it's just, for me, yeah, there's some math, there's some Wikipedia article you can learn about digit roots and stuff like that, and then do the math that way. And for me, the annoying thing is that the quote unquote easy solution where you do it with loops and recursion, um, it's good practice if you haven't practiced, but otherwise it's straightforward to do and like understandably how to do it, right? But and for in this case, I actually happen to know the how to figure this out, just because it is something that comes up in competitive programming relatively often for whatever reason. But that said, usually you have to just do while loops. It makes it a little bit slower, but it's not that much because um, at most you're getting rid of a lot of digits every time, so it's like roughly log n or something like that, right? And it's a huge base, it's like log 10 of n or something like that. And the easy over one solution is, or the over one solution in general, is really hard to prove. I mean, maybe you could figure it out, you could play around with a lot of things, but if you're in an interview, either you get it or you don't, and you could play around with things, but even then, like it takes a lot of mathematical background to be able to kind of figure it out, just to like figure out and play around with the pattern, right? So it becomes really easy to do the direct thing and really hard to do the clever thing. And on an interview, I don't know, right? So I think my thing is that, can it appear on an interview? I guess. On an interview, I would ask what's an acceptable solution. You would talk about both of them, and then try to figure out how to do it your way, right? And also, yeah, in terms of studying and knowing this, though, however, I would not think about it too much, because unless you're good with a lot of stuff and you're familiar with a lot of stuff already, then yeah, learning more is fun. But if you have a time budget, then and if you're spending an hour or 2 hours to understand how this works instead of just memorizing trivia or something like that, then I would just focus on getting better at breadth first search, getting better at depth first search, getting better at dynamic programming. Right? There's a lot of things you get better at, and spending like an hour or two to kind of really dig deep to understand this from core principles, or maybe even longer if you don't have the mathematical background, it's not really worth it for me to recommend. So yeah, that's the way that I would explain it. And with all that being said, you can just do this with simulation. That's what I'm going to do here. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I look at some hints, but I mean, I actually know. I mean, when you play around with digits, it comes up, but it's like really unnecessary. And I don't even think, honestly, I don't think I came up with it. I just kind of done it enough to see it enough to be like given the answer at some point, or given the pattern at some point to be like, oh yeah, I remember this pattern because I've seen it enough times, which is not really that helpful, to be honest. So yeah, so now we'll do I just do while length of the string of this number is greater than 1, right? So then num is equal to, let's just say, let's convert to nums. Let's sum for x in this thing, and of course you have to int it. And I think that's all you need, and then return num. Hope I'm right. Add more numbers, but yeah. So try 0, 1, 2, 3. I don't know, just numbers. 99 should be 9. Okay. Well, just some random numbers, really. And I could do random numbers because they tell you the answer, right? Otherwise, you would have to do it like you type in a random input, but then you have to figure out what the real correct answer is. But it looks good, so let's hit on submit. And yeah, I mean, I didn't really, this is pretty straightforward. So yeah, let me know what you think. And I do know the answer, and I don't really feel like it's worth for me to teach it, other than for trivia reasons. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I will see y'all later. Bye bye.